Hey everybody, welcome back to Drug Talk. As always, I'm your host, Garrett Campbell. In today's video, I want to share something that I've been kind of testing out the last couple days, and that is using Loxapine to treat some overwhelming anxiety that I've been experiencing. So keep in mind that in this video, this isn't something that I researched in terms of the use of Loxapine for anxiety. It's just a personal experience that I've been testing out the last couple of days as I've kind of run out of options, I guess, in terms of anxiety. So I've tried Loxapine and it's been beneficial, so I just want to share that experience with you. So if you've watched my other videos talking about bipolar disorder and the different medications that I use, you know that I do use Loxapine in certain situations when I feel like I'm on the path towards mania. So if I'm having symptoms of mania, such as the delusional thoughts in the extreme, if I'm not sleeping good, if I'm waking up, before my alarm clock, getting out of bed with a lot of energy, situations like that, I'll typically use Loxapine to kind of get back into center and away from that path towards mania, back to a normal level. Now, over the past week or so, I've developed a very extreme anxiety. Now, I should say that a part of this could be due to the fact that I'm still using 300 milligrams of Wellbutrin, which I may not need at this point. Again, in my other videos, I talk about with Wellbutrin, I typically only use it until about March, when the spring is starting to begin. And then I'll come off of Wellbutrin and start it up again in September or October, leading into the winter months. So during this last 5 days, I've decreased the Wellbutrin from 300 milligrams to 150 milligrams to try to help to take down this anxiety. But I still am experiencing pretty bad anxiety, but it's gotten better over the last few days with the introduction of Loxapine at bedtime. The Loxapine tablets that I use are 10 milligrams. I usually take 1 or 2 of them if I'm using it to kind of get rid of those symptoms of mania. But in this situation, over the last week or so, like I said, I've been experiencing very bad anxiety throughout the entire day, very consistent, with the tightening of the chest, rapid thoughts, really focusing on the future. I find with depression, it's usually thinking about the past. With anxiety, it's usually thinking about the future. And one of the things I've been thinking about, which again, I talked about this in one of my videos, but this is a very exciting time for me because I'm having a child in June. But there is a lot of anxiety that comes with that, just in terms of, I really don't want to be in the hospital during any point in time while we're raising this child. I want to be there, help out my wife, be there for my child. So it's causing a lot of anxiety to really, I guess, putting pressure on myself to really make sure that I'm doing everything I can to stay out of the hospital, to stay healthy. So this bout of anxiety, or this couple days of anxiety, has been different than in the past, where it would just come up throughout the day. I could do a breathing exercise or take a clonazepam, and then the anxiety would go away for a couple days, then maybe resurface. But like I said, this anxiety has been very consistent, and each day it had been getting worse and worse, to the point where during work I'd have to kind of remove myself from the work environment, take a break, like I said, do the Wim Hof breathing exercises, sometimes take the clonazepam, but it still wouldn't really subside the anxiety. But I found more so than the feeling in the chest, it was really the rapid thoughts that I was experiencing. And the rapid thoughts, again, now thinking about the future, causing anxiety, had a kind of similar feel to it than when I have rapid thoughts during depression, thinking about the past, or during mania. Now, I'm not experiencing any symptoms of mania, but the rapid thoughts are definitely something that occurs during that path towards mania. That was actually my wife's idea, to maybe try just taking half of a Loxapine, 5 milligrams, at bedtime to see if it can reset those rapid thoughts in a similar way that it does when I'm on the path towards mania and I'm experiencing rapid thoughts with regard to mania. So the first night I took 5 milligrams, and the next day I could instantly feel it. Like the moment I woke up, there was no tightness in the chest. My thoughts weren't racing. I wasn't worrying about all these different things that didn't even occur yet in the future. And I just felt better overall. So the next night I took 10 milligrams of Loxapine, and then when I woke up, it was even better. There was less anxiety throughout the day. There was no rapid thoughts popping into my mind that I wasn't really trying to focus on or trying to think through. Before, the thoughts were just coming and going, and I kind of had to deal with them, and they were causing a lot of anxiety. So those thoughts weren't occurring anymore. So it really shows that even though I wasn't experiencing mania or hypomania, the characteristic of the rapid thoughts is very similar to that I experience when I'm experiencing hypomania. So the Loxapine really is effective at getting rid of those rapid thoughts that you're not really in control of, that just pop into your mind. And because I was able to get rid of those rapid thoughts, it really took down my anxiety. So again, keep in mind, like, this isn't something that I researched. I'm not talking about this new thing that Loxapine is great in anxiety. It's just something that I've experienced. I want to share with you. Something potentially, if you guys have bipolar disorder, if some of you are experiencing anxiety, something maybe you could talk, if you have both, maybe something you could talk about with your psychiatrist, maybe get their advice on it, see if they have any experience with this. But it's definitely something very interesting. I'm glad I wouldn't call it a discovery. I mean, I'm sure people have done it before, but I'm very glad that I came across this method, I guess, to get rid of those rapid thoughts causing anxiety, rather than just using Loxapine for hypomania rapid thoughts. So, in a nutshell, it seems like Loxapine is good for treating rapid thoughts. So whatever those thoughts are causing, it seems to help with those symptoms. So for the next couple nights, I'll probably still take 10 milligrams, maybe for 3 to 5 nights, just to see if things get better and better each day as we go on. It's a great time to do it on the weekend because I don't have to worry about the effect in the morning where it's a little bit harder to get out of bed after taking Loxapine. Like I said in some of my other videos, it really packs a powerful punch, I guess, the Loxapine. So the next morning you do kind of feel a little bit of a hangover effect. So great time to do it during the weekend. So like I said, keep taking 10 milligrams each night and see if it gets better and better. But I will say that today has definitely been the best day in the last week. So I'm very happy that it seems to be working. All right, well, that's all I really wanted to talk about today, to share the experience that I've had using Loxapine to get rid of the rapid thoughts that are causing anxiety for me. As always, if you want to support the channel, you can like the videos, share the videos, or most importantly, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And that's it for today. Take care.